Today's question is, can I figure out a way to use the party mustaches? Hi everyone, I'm Kelsey from beabetterguide.com, and you've reached this week's Q&A, where you ask the questions and I'll submit the answers. Our first question is one I get asked all the time, and that's, how do I start great conversations with my guests? Whether it's on the first day, your first dinner, or first meeting, how do I avoid that awkward silence? So we've all had moments that probably went a bit like this. So, Johnson, looks like you're really into mustaches. Yeah, not my best line. But here's 3 ways that you can be a great conversationalist and get the ball rolling. Well, for starters, try and avoid the usual conversation openers. These are the, so what do you do? Where are you from? Or crazy nice weather we're having here, right? Instead, try and spice it up with one of these great conversation starters. So Steve, are there any personal passion projects that you're working on this year? Marie, what's something that you do just for the fun of it? Mildred, is there anything that you're working on, especially this year? Play with the words a little bit, but essentially you're trying to open it up so people can share their passions and hobbies with you. 2, ask more how and why questions instead of what or when questions. So for an example, instead of saying, oh, what brings you on this tour? You should ask, oh, how did you choose this tour? Or, how did you choose to come to Uruguay? Another example might be, if a group is there together on your tour, ask somebody, oh, how do you know so-and-so? That way, you learn about the people on your tour, and you can avoid those one-word answers that sometimes come with the other questions. 3, be a passion detective. People love speaking about their passions, so it's up to you in conversation to be a careful observer and a close listener. Here are some clues when somebody may be talking about one of their passions. They get a little more animated, maybe they go on a few more tangents, they start getting excited, their voice starts to rise. If you see any of those clues, that's a great direction to go in your conversation. Get interested in what that person was talking about, and they're going to open up to you. And that brings us to today's tweetable. Now, I'm new to the Twitterverse, but if you want to send this out there, this is a shout out to my good friend Eli Barnes, because he once told me in conversation, it's always better to be interested than interesting. So how to get people talking and be a great conversationalist? The 3 answers we gave today were, of course, avoid those usual openers, be a passion detective was the 3rd one, and the 2nd one was ask more how and why questions. So, I hope you enjoyed the video today. Share that tweetable if you're inspired. Post in the comments below how you get people talking. And thirdly, of course, if you have any questions, submit them below and I'll respond as soon as I can. Thanks so much for being here, and I'll see you next time. So, Muriel, I could see you're really into unibrows.